Superstars, it is time for English. We are on Unit 5, Week 3. We are going to be talking about things that are fresh from the farm. What kinds of things grow on a farm? If we look at this picture, it shows a girl picking carrots on a farm. Can we eat carrots? Yes, we can. I love carrots. Have you eaten carrots before? What other vegetables can you see in this picture? Do you know what this is called right here? This is broccoli. Have you ever eaten broccoli before? What are some of your favorite vegetables to eat? Let's watch this video about things that are from a farm.
Fresh from the farm. What kinds of things grow on a farm? Some of your favorite foods might grow on a farm. Fruits like these strawberries grow on farms. Green beans and other vegetables grow on farms too. What happens to fruits and vegetables when they are ripe? Some, like these tomatoes, might be sold to a grocery store. Do you see the tomatoes now? They came fresh from the farm. All of these fruits and vegetables grew on farms.
Here are some more vegetables that are grown on a farm. Let's listen and learn about them.
A pumpkin is a type of vegetable that grows on farms. Some pumpkins grow to be very large.
What does this look like? Corn.
Corn is a type of grain that grows on farms. People and animals eat corn.
What do you think that is? A red bell pepper.
Red bell peppers grow on farms. They taste sweet and crunchy.
We're learning about different things that grow on a farm. Let's read this poem together. And it's about some foods that are grown on farms. Oats, peas, beans, and barley grow. Oats, peas, beans, and barley grow. Oats, peas, beans, and barley grow. Do you or I or anyone know how oats, peas, beans, and barley grow? So, what kind of foods might a farmer grow? Oats, peas, beans, and barley. So, we're going to find out about the kinds of foods people grow. Let's go over some vocabulary words that you should know. You're going to be hearing these new vocabulary words throughout this unit. The first word to know is raise. Can you say that with me? Raise. People who raise horses give them plenty of exercise. Raise. When you raise something or someone, you take care of it to make sure it grows. Raise. Our next vocabulary word is fresh. Fresh. Food that is fresh has just been grown or made. Fresh. We picked the apple from the tree and ate the fresh fruit. Fresh. Next word is beneath. Can you say beneath? The sidewalk is beneath our feet as we walk. Beneath. If you are beneath something, you are under it. Beneath. Delicious. Something that is delicious tastes very good. Delicious. The juicy strawberry was delicious. Okay, let's get our next word. Special. Special. The coconut is a special food because every part of it can be used in some way. Special. When something is special, it is different in a good way. Special. He. This is a high frequency word. The word is he. Let's spell it together. H-E. He. He picked a red apple. He. Here he is. He picked a red apple. He. Our next high frequency word is with. Say it with me. With. I go with Ron to the farm. With. Can you spell it with me? W-I-T-H. With. We're going to listen to a story about a fruit that grows on a tree. What do you think happens to the fruit after it's picked? Well, we're going to read to find out. Remember, the main topic is what a selection is mostly about, and details in the text and the illustrations give information about the main topic. And sometimes you might not understand everything that you're reading or listening to, so rereading can always help you understand more. Re means again, so reread means to read again or listen again, okay? So this is a story, An Orange in January, and the author is Diana Hughes Aston, and the illustrator is Julie Moran. The author is the person who writes the text, and the illustrator is the person who draws the pictures. All right, An Orange in January is an informational text. An informational text gives facts or real information about people, places, or events. So let's get started.
To my friend, Christy Stallop, with love and gratitude, DHA. For my precious nephew, Shepherd, welcome to the world, JM. An, an, or, an Orange in January, by Diana Hutz Aston. Illustrated by Julie Marin. In a land that glowed with spring light, an orange blossomed. Bees feasted on nectar sweet as honey, until...
Okay, before I turn the page, it says bees feasted on nectar, sweet as honey. So what do you think feasted means? Feasted means when you eat a large amount of food. So there was a large amount of nectar that was sweet as honey.
The petals fell away, and the orange began to grow into what it was meant to be.
So on this page, I learned that the petals from the flower fall off, and the orange begins to grow. These details tell about the main topic of oranges.
It grew slowly and steadily, fed by the earth's soil and the ocean's breath.
So what is the topic or the big idea on these pages here? Well, the orange grew. And what are the details that tell about the big idea? The orange was fed by the earth's soil and the ocean's breath. So what is the ocean's breath? That's water from the ocean.
Soaked with rain and drenched in sunshine, the orange grew plump and bright until...
Okay, so when it says soaked and drenched, they both mean that something is so wet that it's wet all the way through. So how could something be drenched in sunshine? Sunshine doesn't make things wet. Oh, I know, maybe drenched in sunshine means that there's so much sunshine that it goes all the way through to every part of the orange. So the orange gets plump and juicy from so much rain and sunshine.
A hand, brown with seasons of sun, plucked it from its branch. While dew still glittered on the leaves, its days of growing were over, but there was life in it yet, and it still had far to go.
Okay, so when it says dew, it says dew still glittered on the leaves. Dew is tiny drops of water that form on plants when the air cools at night. And plucked, it says plucked it from its branches. Plucked means picked. So when you pluck something, you pick it.
From bag to basket.
All right, so how does the illustration help you understand what bag to basket means? Well, I can see the worker pouring oranges out of a bag into a huge basket. This shows me how the oranges go from the bag to the basket.
Truck to truck.
So what's happened to the orange so far? Well, first it grew on a tree, right? Next, it was plucked from the tree. Then it went from a bag to a basket. And now it's on a truck. So how can we find out if we can't remember? We can reread to help us remember.
It followed the skyway over mountains, across deserts and plains, until...
Okay. A skyway is a raised highway. That's what they're driving on.
The orange arrived at a grocery store. There it rested, aglow with the goodness inside it, until...
So the text says, there it rested, aglow with the goodness inside it until. So I wonder what will happen next. We have to keep reading to find out. The word aglow means glowing or shining brightly.
To two hands, small and soft, took it from the pile and called it the best one of all.
What is the topic or the big idea on these pages? A boy chooses the orange from all the other oranges. What are the details in the words and the pictures that tell about the big idea? The picture shows a boy holding an orange and smiling, and the text says that his hands took it from the pile and called it the best one of all.
Carrying it home, the child felt its roundness and imagined himself a juggler, a pitcher, a clown with an orange ball.
Okay, I'm not sure I understand this part of the story. I'll reread these pages to help me understand. It says, carrying it home, the child felt its roundness and imagined himself a juggler, a pitcher, a clown with an orange ball. Oh, I see now. The boy imagined ways he could use his orange. He could be a juggler, he could be a pitcher, he could be a clown.
That night, as ice gleamed on the branches, he dreamed of a land that shone in summer light. When morning came, the orange reached the end of its journey, bursting with the seasons inside it.
So, where is the end of the orange journey? It's the boy's lunchbox. What details in the illustrations let you know that? Well, the boy and his mom are in the kitchen. She's in her robe, but he's dressed. And the boy is putting the orange in his lunchbox. He must be helping to pack his lunch for school.
And two hands, pink with cold, shared its segments, so that everyone could taste the sweetness of an orange in January.
What happens to the orange in the end? It gets eaten. And what evidence in the text and the illustrations let you know? The words say that the boy's hands shared its segments so that everyone could taste the sweetness of an orange in January. The illustration shows the boy giving a piece of the orange to the girl next to him, and the other two children are each eating a piece of the orange. That was a nice story. Open your close reading companion to page 57. We're right over here. Right over here. Pick a different color. Now, it says, make sure you have your name and date at the top, an orange in January. How does the picture tell what the trip was like? So remember, an orange in January was talking about the trip that the orange takes from the farm all the way to the grocery store, and it winds up in the little boy's lunchbox. So how does the picture tell what the trip was like? You are going to draw one place from the trip. Let's go back and look at the story. Here we have the truck picking up the oranges from the farm, and it's going on a long journey. If you look over here, you see that it's driving through the mountains. And then over here in the second picture, it's driving through the desert, right? Now it eventually gets to the store. So all the way from the farm, and then it gets to the grocery store. So you're going to draw a picture of one of the places. Right here, draw one place from the trip. Down here it says the trip was, so they're asking about the trip, or they want you to complete. The trip was what? Was it a short trip? No, it wasn't a short trip. It was a very long trip. So the trip was very long. From the farm all the way to the grocery store. Okay, write that down and draw your picture. Turn to page 58. Make sure you write your name at the top with the date. What other things in the picture are bursting with the seasons inside, like the orange? Draw them and make labels. That means you're going to write what you are drawing. So you are going to draw the other things in the picture that are bursting with the seasons inside. And let's look at the picture from the story. If we look here, let's look at this table where the little boy is sitting. So what other things in this picture are bursting with the seasons inside? So I see the orange. What other things do you see? There's bananas. I see grapes. Do you see pineapple? I see a pear. I see an apple. So look over here, and you are going to draw and label some of these different fruits on the table. So draw your picture here of any of those fruits. You can draw as many as you want and label them. And then down here it says the orange is bursting with the seasons of what? What are the seasons that you know? Can you name some seasons? We're going to write them over here. The orange is bursting with the seasons of spring, summer, and fall. So over here, you're going to write spring, summer, and fall. Don't forget the period. Good job, superstars. You're doing a wonderful job. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.